Hey everyone, I'm Yoni from Own.fund. Own.fund is like a collective of investors and founders that aim to support the creator economy. And today I want to speak about going from value locked to user engaged, which I think it's the biggest paradigm shift that we see in crypto. And the change is we're starting to having real users in crypto that are using dApps and then what it means for the future. So until now, it's not. 1 second. Okay, so Own.fund is a DAO that aims to support these kind of applications. And we are basically doing it with, like on the base layer with investment, but also developing internal products in order to, try to help the industry grow. So, what are the challenges from our point of view in this new paradigm? One challenge is how to measure the value of those applications. So until now, measuring the value used to be, measuring the value locked, measuring how much money was paid by fees or stuff like that. And right now that you have a lot of users, we need to measure these things differently. So how do you measure user engagement is a real question that not a lot of people know yet. And so this is one kind of challenge that we are after. And the second challenge is how to help those applications to get users, because users is what they need and not liquidity like they used to want before. And so users becoming more valuable. The users are the new liquidity. And right, so on the base layer, we already did about 11 or 12 investments, and we are doing many others in this growing space of social applications, which include games, DAOs, and social networks, and also social graphs. But the interesting part is two ventures that we are doing internally. One called DAOPOS, which I will talk about now, and one is OCG. So for OCG is basically like a prediction market where creators are locking tokens and try to predict like future social metrics that will be in the platform, and then they go and actually do it by themselves. So in that way, we can help social applications to get more users and pay for that in tokens if there was something achieved, like more views, more users doing specific tasks, etc. So we are going to launch it in I think a week or two. We already have the smart contract. It's very similar to how Ogo works, but in this case it's not betting. It's actually getting the people, the creators, to do these kind of things and to make the result that they are betting on. So this is one effort that we are doing. And the second effort called DAOPOS. And DAOPOS is very interesting in my opinion. I'm biased, but so what it should be a dashboard and a research portal that basically indicates user engagement metrics. So currently it's almost impossible to know user engagement metrics in crypto, and when you're asking like what are users, users are voters, users are participate in Discord, users are people that have the token, and then like what is engagement as well. People that vote, people that lock the token, people that participate. So there is a lot of those open questions, and we are starting from a very basic table that indicates, the base layer of participants in Discord, and then on top of it, voters' participation and full-time contributors' participation, and starting to think about other ways like how much time people log the tokens, how loyal they are, how sticky they are, and try to get those parameters to predict, the value of those projects. So if you have any insights, I'd love to speak with you about that. So this is the second project that we are doing. And this is more on the DAO Pulse side of things, finding new parameters. Also getting the data is very hard because off-chain data is almost not available. On-chain data is easy, but on-chain data is financial. And then we think how to get data that is not financial, so it's not on-chain. The only thing that is on-chain and is social is how much time people lock and very few things, but most of the things are not on-chain, and it's hard to get the data, but we are going there, but currently it's very early in the data availability front. So basically how to join Own.fund initiatives. Investors can join our community. We are sharing SPV deals and for some if people are accepted by other members, then they can be members. And for creators, we're with the OCG giving an opportunity to earn tokens for valuable contribution of content and other things. And if you are a researcher or data scientist, you are definitely invited to come and contribute a post or join the team of DAOPers. And that's it. So if everyone have a question or something.
Yonaton, do you want to ask yourself a good question? Sorry, I'm back.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you for the presentation. Where can we contribute to OCG, and also what kind of contributions are you looking for?
So OCG, we are going to launch in about 2 weeks, and basically we're looking for two sides of the marketplace. One side is projects that are willing to give tokens in exchange for measurable results. So for example, willing to construct a campaign that will say if we'll get X amount of users, we will pay X amount of tokens, and that's what we're willing to give. And then that's one side, and the other side is basically content creators that are very willing to take risk and basically do a free work, but take a risk that they will not be able to make this change happen. And so it's usually very high tier creators. So on both sides we are looking for people to contribute.
Thank you. Hey, Yoni, thanks for the presentation. So what are the first parameters that Own.fund is looking for in the creator economy? Is there some sort of, where do you see value for those communities getting built, and what do you think are going to be the main pillars or guidance?
So you're asking about the first parameters for DAOPers or
for generation of value in the content creator economy? So for this new DAOs coming up and the creators, where do you think it's value is going to be extracted from?
Yes. So the main thing that is valuable is how loyal is the community, and how loyal, how active are engaged, and then how do you measure that? So in the first step, we are going to do base layer of a Discord participation and growth, and then on top of it, full-time contributors, how much money they are getting, and then voters, data, how much people are voting, if they are becoming more and more active, and then later we are adding stuff how how likely people to hodl, how the growth of the token holders communities is growing, and this kind of on-chain data that also reflects on the value of the community. So we're doing now a report on Olympus DAO because they are a very, very good community, and that is like the first parameters that we're checking, but really it's not final. It's very nascent kind of research field. So
thanks.
Hi, thank you. I wanted to ask, with creators, I think, kind of being reached out to in so many different ways as part of being part of Web3, like they have an opportunity to create their own social token, they have opportunity to work just with other creators and a whole bunch of other ways. Is the intent to kind of create a community of creators to be able to help them launch platforms themselves, to be able to then become almost investors in the platform too, or how are you thinking about kind of really reeling them in?
Yeah, the reason we started Own.fund in the beginning was that we understand that the value of money is going down and the value of users is going up. So you see, like, a good example is YGG. YGG becoming one of the most valuable investors in the gaming space. Why? Because they are bringing a community of users with them. So I feel that, that to have this user, this ability to get users is super valuable. That's what gives investors value. Otherwise, money becoming very abundant. And what we're trying to build with OCG is to enable, is to be valuable, as a marketplace by building it, but basically enable top tier creators to earn tokens, similar way that YGG players are earning tokens for playing games. Then like top tier creators, content creators, all kind of content creators can make tokens by doing a good job that have actual results. And I feel that that's what projects need. Like they need, traction users. Same thing is what happened with the internet. Measuring the value of applications based on MAU, DAO, and all these kind of things based on users. In the end of the day, and in crypto, we're just starting this phase of measuring users as an indicator of value. So I feel that the people that will help applications get more users are will be the most valuable kind of investors. So that's what we're trying to do with OCG, like to be like YGG for social networks.
Okay, great, Yonaton. Thank you so much for your talk.
Thank you.